Hey, have you guys ever heard of Patreon?
I think I have.
Yeah, I think it's like a royal guard.
It's that maybe, but also it's a website where podcasters and other creators can get people to give them money for making their product.
You mean we can get paid for this?
Kind of. For a mere $3 a month, you, loyal listener, can feed or get drunk a starving podcaster.
I feel like we need some like Sarah McLachlan behind this kind of. I will remember you.
I almost did with arms wide open. I was like, that's not the song.
That's how you get people to not give you money.
So check it out. Patreon.com/worstpeople. That's WORSE. $3 a month. You get access to exclusive episodes. Find us, love us, support us. Thank you. Welcome back to the Superhero Spectacular. This week we're discussing The Shadow. I'm Derek.
I'm White Person.
I'm Jack.
This is Bad Movies,
Worst People.
Music.
My radio voice is getting better. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're doing The Shadow this week. We got this tie at 45th and Saks Avenue. You can have this too.
If you're doing that voice, you have to have a soundboard.
Oh, what's my morning DJ name? This is Jack Sack, and we're back in the morning. Never too early to Jack.
Jackety Jack, don't talk back.
Boing. Anyway, the
That
reason
kind of has to do with this movie.
I mean, the reason we're doing that radio voice is because this is a radio movie.
It is a radio movie.
Yes, The Shadow from 1994. It was a discussion we had more than once watching this movie.
Because I guessed 96, but I meant 94, and Derek corrected me with 97.
And I said...
And Whitney guessed 94, which she can't be right, so it's 94.
Yes, Jack said it was 94, so it's 94.
Yeah.
Fuck both.
Sorry. Try having a penis next time.
You're right. When I was in 5th grade, actually, which is not far from this time where this came out, my 5th grade teacher used to congratulate us. He would like put points on the board or whatever. And if we had 10 points by the end of the week, we would get a radio show every Friday.
Oh, nice.
And so we got to, it was really dope.
I had a similar thing, except for the more black stars I got, the more whippings I got. So
I'm
it's
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
Catholic school, you know.
Yeah, it's fine.
God, that sucks.
It's not like I have any weird fetishes about it now.
Nine Tails?
Wait, so you were 13 in 5th grade?
No, I in 5th grade. I said, which was shortly before this.
Joke's on you. I never went to 5th grade.
I was going to say, because I was about in 5th grade when this came out.
Yeah, I said it was shortly before this. Listen to the words out of my mouth.
Can't nobody understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Well, I hope somebody can. We're on a podcast.
But this movie came out in 1994, like I said, The Shadow, starring Alec Baldwin, directed by Russell Mulcahy. That's not Australian, but you say it now. Every time I say Gerard Butler, you correct me with Russell Crowe. So now I can't say Russell any other way.
That's right. He's a fucking bogan in this one. Grab a couple of stubbies and make a film for you. Put my thongs on, go to the market, have a couple of dimmies.
Hey, hold on. I lost it. Crocky.
You gotta get back into it,
Crocky. Stick my thumb in his butthole. All right. I'll direct your fucking superhero movie, you cunt. I went British there.
It's hard to say cunt without sounding British.
They're the same thing.
The one and the same.
Close. Well, it's the lesser society of England.
Well, exactly.
Australians are like the Alabama of England.
Well, it's where it was the prisoners.
Oh, we're like the Florida of England.
They were the prisoners. We were the poor.
I said what I said.
It's not just starring Alec Baldwin. It's starring a bunch of people whose names you'll know. But, I was watching Whitney struggle. I know him. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out that guy before you show me a third guy.
Dude, I was just like, wah! It was a little bit of an overload.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just stopped caring. That's what I did. I was like, you know what? Not looking them up.
I was looking up some of them. The ones that really bugged me. But, we get an appearance from Kenny Banyan from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm huge.
We get appearance from James Hong and from Ali Yong.
very quick, dude. I mean, we recognize that hairline from Ali Yong a fucking mile
Immediately.
away. And as soon as these two are in this movie, they're out, and that's a bummer to me.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
And Hong was like third build.
Yeah, he was in the opening credits. He wasn't.
Oh, that's right. He was
build,
in the. He was.
But it was like it was the third of the cluster of names. Like you have like Alec Baldwin, James Lone, or
Peter
John
Boyle.
Lone. But then it was like in the opening credits, not on IMDb.
Okay.
It was like cluster of names, James Hong. I'm like, he's in this movie for less than 32 seconds.
He's got a good agent.
Yeah, he's got a couple lines, and that's it.
Yeah.
But like, and on IMDb, don't they list build like?
Movies can be different. Sometimes they bill them by appearance, and sometimes it's by prowess.
So
Okay.
The
IMDb
ones
might
that
be
are by appearance are often maddening because I'm like, well, I know Alec Baldwin's in this movie. Why is he 13th down?
James Hong is just lucky that this movie was made in 1994 and that bullet was CG, because Alec Baldwin shooting at you doesn't go well for everybody.
It's a tough thing to watch at this point, knowing what we know.
Yeah.
But
this is based on a comic book or a pulp novel, which is also a radio show, which is why Jack said this is a radio movie. Kind of like a movie we did almost exactly a year ago, The Phantom.
Oh, it has been almost a year, hasn't it?
And it's funny because Derek even said like that The Phantom came out and just shit the bed. Not only that, but destroyed a couple careers.
Yeah.
Like ended some people's Hollywood. And then so somebody else was like, well, I could do that with Shadow. And this did better. This did better, but we wouldn't call this by any means good. We wouldn't call this successful.
This one cost $25 million and made about $48 million.
And
whereas The Phantom cost $45 million and made like $17 million.
And I bet you they didn't sell shit for merchandise. Like I watched this the day it came out. Like I saw this in theaters opening day, and I don't have any memory of owning any Shadow toys.
You didn't like immediately go out and buy your Richard Kind mask so you could look like the Shadow?
I
look
vaguely
more like Alfred Molina sometimes.
Alfred Molina 10 years later.
When he's skinny.
So I vaguely remember seeing this in Iowa when we were visiting my grandparents. And there's Hardee's out there, not Carl's Jr. And I feel like there was a toy in the Hardee's Happy Meal or whatever the kids' meal is.
Yeah, whatever their Happy
The
Meal.
hard kids meal.
Nope. We're gonna find something else to call it.
But Tipton has one of those theaters where you're just like, 2, please. Like you don't get to pick what movie you're seeing. You're seeing that movie.
That's what's on.
But it's rated PG-13 and it's an hour and 48 minutes, which is just a titch too long.
It is, and we can trim that fat later because we're gonna get to it. But there were Shadow toys, by the way. I don't remember any of these. There's a motorcycle that was never in this movie being used here.
There was a motorcycle with a sidecar that Khan goes in.
Not this one. Oh. This is the Shadow's motorcycle. Sorry, like this is like the Batmobile, the Bat cycle.
Yeah.
No,
the
he
Shadow
had a
cycle.
dope ass cab.
I'm glad you brought up the Bat cycle because this is basically just Batman. But Bob Kane, who created Batman, like the comic book, not the movies, Bob Kane from the 30s, said that
we all know
Shadow,
Bob Kane from the 30s.
Said that the Shadow was a heavy influence on Batman. Obviously,
I mean, you can see it. We got a rich white guy with an alternate ego, pretends to be a drunk philanderer,
a
playboy.
Learned how to fight from Asians.
Grew his hair way too long and his nails disgustingly long.
His uncle even says, how does a man with absolutely nothing to do always turn up an hour late to meet
Because he is busy plowing chicks. That dick is busy.
I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin.
I don't think you'd have a choice. He would make you do it.
Alec Baldwin in '94. Well, he has mind control. So
that's what I'm saying. I wonder how many chicks they're like, no, thank you. You mean thank you? You mean thank you very much?
Alec Baldwin in '94. I mean, I'd bang him.
Yeah, he'd make you.
I mean, not in '94 because I was almost 9.
Oh, right up somebody's alley. Maybe his. I don't know. I don't think
Hopefully
he's
not
been,
up my alley.
I don't think he's. Oh God, he does like a back alley. The
Yes,
secret
he does.
entrance.
But
Dirty bird.
Directed by Russell Mulcahy, as I mentioned, who directed his biggest movie, I think that most people would recognize as Highlander, and of course Highlander 2: The Quickening. So Highlander brought him to a peak. And then Highlander 2 quickly wiped that out immediately after.
Dude, when's the last time you tried to watch that?
2?
Yeah.
The first time I watched it.
Dude, that is so rough. It is funny. It is so bad.
It's been decades.
I tried to do the same thing I did before, and they didn't like it.
He also directed a movie that I love called Razorback in his home country of Australia. It's about a giant
About a fucking boar, mate.
The Razorback pigs are like a real thing, I guess. They're big old boars with huge tusks. That
Yeah, you get
like,
a marking soul too.
But this one is not pig-sized. It's like house-sized or like
fucking
large
man-bear pig.
van-sized. Yeah, it's a man-bear pig.
Crocky.
Nice.
And it destroys a bunch of shit, and it's awesome. At one point, there's a giant pig like puppet on wheels that definitely goes through a house.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty
Kind of
great.
selling me on this.
It's really cool.
I watched it with him, and I was not disappointed.
All right.
And he directed what might be my new favorite Denzel Washington movie.
Is that Ricochet?
Ricochet.
Friend of the show, Wes, was just talking about this. Does that have Denzel?
Denzel
Yeah.
and John Lithgow.
Yeah, Wes was just talking about this last week, pitching it.
Yeah, I just picked it up, or I rented it one day. I just saw, I was like, Lithgow and Denzel, what? Rent. And I watched it, and it was fucking bonkers, dude.
Yeah.
It is so crazy.
All right.
John Lithgow is at his most insane.
Which is pretty insane.
Are you insane?
Yes.
And for you, wife, he directed some Teen Wolf, your MTV version, and the movie for it.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so
They made a movie off of that?
Yeah.
like
Huh.
the conclusion of the series.
Right.
kind of thing.
But
They did good.
did it hit theaters?
No, it was straight to TV.
I'm sure it
Okay.
was an MTV.
It was
movie.
MTV.
They,
Okay.
they might have put it in theaters. MTV's got that Viacom money. Was
Yeah.
it Viacom?
I mean, nowadays there's a
don't
lot of shit going to theaters that normally would never be in a theater.
Fun fact though, he was the original director for Rambo 3,
Okay.
but left for creative differences, and then we got that generic guy that I don't remember.
Yeah. What were the generic differences?
I don't know, there was creative differences is all they said. and
I
he left.
wanted story. They wanted explosions. And yeah, they got them.
Hey, you know what? I know why he directed the Teen Wolf stuff for MTV. He also directed a lot of music videos, including Video Killed the Radio Star, which was the first video
the first
on MTV.
video on MTV.
So 30 years later, they were like, hey, we know you.
We're ready to reinvent the MTV wheel again. We're done showing music videos. We're going to show Teen Wolves.
And the writer here, a guy named David Kopp. I looked it up and I forgot already.
Cope?
Kopp.
Coppola.
Koepp.
Cope.
He wrote a bunch of cool stuff. One for you, Death Becomes Her.
Oh, yeah. So I looked it up. This guy takes giant swings because what was the one I said I loved?
Jurassic Park.
He wrote Jurassic Park. And then he also, not right after, but he also wrote Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
And Dial of Destiny.
Ugh.
So, I mean, the guy is just like,
He's just
I
hitting
can
blindly?
write. Yeah, I can write anything.
Like he did some fun 80s shit. He had like Dark Angel, which is a Dolph Lundgren movie.
Hey, you said it right. All right.
That's why I almost started
Golf
laughing.
Dundren here.
It's a Dolph Lundgren movie.
Dude, this morning I was like, I'll just take some Bags and Aiken.
Ooh, yeah.
And I didn't even realize I said it until
It
he
sounds
said
like
it
you're
back to
asking for
me.
sex, and I didn't think about it this morning because I was too hungry. Take some Bags and Aiken, please.
Hungry versus horny.
He also wrote Toy Soldiers. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They take over the military school?
Yeah,
Lou Gossett Jr.?
yeah,
Rest in pictures.
yeah.
Aw.
That's a fun one. It's
And
not good.
I believe it's got a Will Wheaton.
yes, it does have
It's
a.
you know what it is?
wee
It's a
Will
localized Red Dawn.
Wheaton. Yeah, pretty
And
much.
I like it.
Will Wheaton trying to get out of his Star Wars or Star Trek. Excuse
he
me,
wish he'd get into
Internet.
Star Wars. We won't have him.
But yeah, then he's like, so he did that stuff. He had Jurassic Park, Carlito's Way, Mission Impossible, Jurassic Park 2, the first Spider-Man, and then it was like just a bunch of trash.
Hey, I think the female in this was also in Carlito's Way.
Yes,
whoever-
Penelope Ann Miller.
Penelope Ann Miller.
We clocked her immediately from Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, absolutely. Because
Well, you
it
know,
took
her
me.
most known-
It
known
took me
role.
3 seconds.
Well, you know what I've seen? I want you guys to guess which one I've seen more, Carlito's Way or Kindergarten Cop.
Carlito's Way, all the way, right? Obviously, it's a joke.
A little dead air just to let you know it was sarcasm.
I mean,
Dripping.
she knows that every time we're in a hotel and it's like, you know, you log into your own Netflix now or whatever it is, and I always turn it on, and for some reason, right at the front, it's like Kindergarten Cop.
Did you want
So
to
I'm
watch
just like-
Kindergarten Cop now or when you get back from 13 whiskeys?
And I'm always like, we just got to the hotel room, you know, we're just resting for a minute, getting changed, gonna go out and get some drinks. So I'm just like, well, I'll put on Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah. Because you can turn it off whenever you want. Like, you're not addicted. I don't have a problem. I can turn it off whenever I want to. I just don't want to turn it off.
I never want to turn it off.
Babe, we have to go. There's only 45 minutes left.
Arnold Schwarzenegger with
We
his
can
red
miss
hair.
the first act.
Yeah.
Why does Arnold Schwarzenegger have red hair in that movie?
Why don't you have red hair now? No further questions.
Your Honor.
I did see that there was another person who really wanted to direct this. Sam Raimi. He wanted to like develop and direct.
I
this,
think that would have been a better movie.
and they wouldn't let him, so he went and made Darkman instead, which is almost the same thing, but better.
Is it better?
Well,
I'm not.
Okay, the movie itself might not actually be better, but I enjoy Darkman more.
Okay,
it's darker.
I mean, I remember.
No pun intended.
I remember watching it. Liam Neeson's.
Yeah, Liam Neeson's.
I remember watching that one
I don't
as
think
well.
I saw it.
I've seen the first two.
You know what I'm about to say?
We're gonna watch it after
I have
this.
it on Blu-ray.
Of course you do.
So yeah, we had James Hong and Al Leong, and they get murdered right away because Alec Baldwin, whose character at this point is named Ying Ko.
He's an opium drug lord. This fucking white dude was bored with his Manhattan life and went and became a Genghis Khan style drug lord.
Yep.
Fucking chopping people down with swords and guns.
He's just got to be, and it's got to be a white guy in charge of the Asian gang.
Most disgusting fingernails
Oh my god.
I have ever fucking seen. They're long as shit. I mean, what was that? 2 inches maybe?
Yeah.
Inch and a
like
half.
Inch and a half.
Inch and a half off of his fucking finger.
Yeah.
Maroon, I hope, like nail polish.
Nope.
Not stained or blood.
It's
and
blood
jagged
stained.
as fuck.
Yeah, it's blood stained.
Yeah, they're all. That's the worst part is they're jagged.
Dude, I'll say this about fucking Yinko.
Ying Ko.
Watching this dude feed meat to his chow is disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
I think I blocked
He's
it out
just
already.
grabbing pork with those fucking nails. Don't hand me a thing. Ever.
No,
Like, look at your hands.
I'm not gonna eat anything you touched.
How do you wipe?
That's what I ask these women with 4-inch long nails.
Oh, they got bidets.
I just don't get it.
And if they don't have one, they have like a travel bidet. It's a little clip-on that goes on the toilet seat. You put it
Yeah,
in
but
your
the problem
purse.
is the bidet doesn't work that well when you have those cocaine and liquor shits.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Oh, they would.
I've never licked her shit on cocaine.
Those girls would know. But anyway, there's that, and he kills James Hong, and we're setting up that Alec Baldwin
Saddest part of the movie.
is a bad guy. Yeah,
Because James Hong is out of
dead.
here.
It's the saddest part of any
No,
movie.
we are setting up that he's not only a bad guy, a bad guy. Because Hong holds his accountant, Mr. Manager, hostage, and he's like, your guys can't shoot me without hitting this guy. He's like, you're right. And hey, by the way, Mr. whatever your name is,
You've always been a father to me.
You've been good to me, like a father. And he's like, kill them both.
Shoot through him.
Shoot through
Yeah.
him.
Which I don't think these little guns from whatever year this is are going through a thick book, a dude and another dude.
I'm gonna say 1934.
Yeah, it's
Well,
about
this
right.
is a little before because
This
this
is
is before
7
he does
years
his
before.
training. Yeah, so this is like in the 20s.
Ooh, the roaring 20s.
Oh. Rawr.
Wait till the Great Depression hits.
That's
what-
the next part.
That's what I call my family name. Moving on.
But basically, that doesn't last long, him being a bad guy, because he gets kidnapped, taken to a temple
By the Golden
where a
Child.
little kid with an adult voice tells him to quit being an asshole.
Is it voiced by Alec Baldwin? Because it almost
No,
sounds
there was a
like
guy
it.
in the credits way at the bottom.
Okay.
It said he did the voice.
Because, I mean, this young person is speaking, but all of a sudden, this is coming out of their voice. Like, whoa, where did that come from? It should be right here. I'm 5.
It's his psychic mind powers, dude.
Probably, dude.
It's like Clint Howard in that Star Trek episode I was telling you guys about a couple weeks ago, where he's a little tiny baby person, but it's an adult man talking like this through his voice.
It's like when Sir Alec Guinness imitates a crate dragon to scare off the sand people.
Almost exactly like that.
It's just like that.
When I saw
They
the
scare easily, but they'll be back and in greater numbers.
when they introduced the Tolkien, my first Tolkien, right?
Tolkien for Lord of the Rings?
No, this
no,
guy.
yeah, they call him the
Tulkin.
Tolkien. Yeah,
Tolkien.
something
Oh.
like that.
So when they first brought him
He's
on,
the
I was
Tolkien monk.
right? I was like, oh, it's the Golden Child.
Yeah.
It was like the very first thought in my head.
All right, well, here's
And-
a funny thing. This fucking knife, which has a name,
Fuba.
Fuba?
Fupa?
Furba.
Furba.
Phurba.
Well, they keep saying Perba, even though it is PH.
Yeah,
Oh.
in the
Perba.
subtitles.
Perba.
Anyway, this knife is a recycled prop from Golden Child.
Yes, it
it's
is.
the same fucking knife, except this one now has like a starring role.
Yeah, it
Because
can,
it's
it can
acting.
dance and talk and eat people.
I hate this fucking knife.
Yeah.
I hate it. It robbed us of a bad guy fight scene.
Yeah.
That's it. But right now it's floating around trying to stab him, and you can't control the Furba.
You can't overpower it.
You could never control a Furby. Those things are terrifying.
They are terrifying.
Hello.
My brother had one because he was a wee lad, when they came out, and like that's what everybody wanted. And it was in our closet, and we were both in bed, and it was just like, I love you, da da da. Started talking, and I'm just like, no,
We have
I,
to move.
I turned it off. I swear to God, I turned it off, and it started moving again. And so we just put stuff over it in the back of the closet and shoved it back there.
Take the batteries out. There are no batteries.
My mom got
There's
us.
a heart in here.
In 95, that's when they came out. My mom got us all fucking Furbies for Christmas. Me, my sister, my 2 cousins.
Did you make them talk to each other?
They wouldn't. Mine was a stoner. The eyes only lifted halfway, and it was always just like, I'm hungry.
Righteous.
I'm hungry.
Fuck
Stop
yeah.
smoking all my weed, Furby.
They were terrifying.
J.R. Tolkien tells this guy.
If you thought it was Tolkien, you're the fucking problem, you piece of shit.
He reveals that he knows his real identity, which is Lamont Cranston.
Lamont Cranston, you own no less than 4 white scarves. There's no chance you don't. Lamont Cranston. How many white scarves are in your fucking closet right now? 5. That's what I thought, Lamont.
And he's basically tells him, like, you're going to be a good guy now. And then we skip ahead to, like, a scroll that covers the training montage, basically.
And look, nobody here is complaining that this movie's not 15 minutes longer, but you could have taken out other things and had him train if you wanted to.
I don't know, like most of this beginning and just replaced it with training.
Any sort of the dropped psychic love thing.
I mean, the thing is,
it never really came to much.
like you pointed out,
It kind of did. At the end.
you pointed out we didn't get a boss fight because of the knife.
Uh-huh.
And we don't get a training sequence. We don't ever actually see Alec Baldwin do much fighting. Any fighting. There's the stuff where he's the shadow, but he's invisible. That's not
But you
him.
see like a little ploof of him
A
punching
little
people.
ploof.
But I think that's like a stuntman. I don't think Alec Baldwin did any physical activity.
I have his number.
I wouldn't be shocked if you're correct.
I have his
He's
number.
like,
I'll
I
call
was
him.
in Beetlejuice. Sorry. You have to do, for Alec Baldwin, I got to get my Steven Seagal ready, but open my eyes.
Yeah.
I was in Beetlejuice. I don't do action, fucker.
I don't act. I act.
Played a pilot once.
That's not a good Alec Baldwin voice. You got to get down here.
Okay.
Drink some whiskey. Think about it.
But I can be Margot.
Pretend that you're Irish, and then hide the fact that you don't like that you're Irish.
Okay, so no squinty.
Drink Manhattan clam chowder out of a coffee cup. Red, not white. Don't be ridiculous.
You don't be ridiculous.
I am ridiculous. I drink Manhattan clam chowder out of a coffee cup.
Are you dickless? Is that what you just said?
I'm ridiculous. I cut it off, put it back on, cut it off again.
Just
for the thrill. I'm all out of cocks. I'm so lost without you.
He didn't play a pilot, did he?
I don't know. It was in a commercial. It was in an American Express commercial.
Sure, he's played a pilot before.
He's had to have, right?
I almost guarantee it. I don't know what.
So
he
cut
was
to
in the pilot for 30 Rock.
And that's like his best work, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Making fun of Lauren.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we cut to 7 years later. It's New York City, sometime in the 30s, and he's beaten up. Or they have these
I think
gangster
Whitney's spot
dudes.
on with 34. I'm just judging by some of the guns you see. There's a lot of older ones, but some of these newer semi-automatic ones are coming around. There's a Tommy gun makes an appearance.
I was
so
judging
we're
by the
closer to World War II than we think.
Well, yeah,
but these
except
cars,
for-
and I'm not complaining. A lot of these cars are kits. Like they took an old style and just like moderned them up a little bit, just a little bit of stylization.
Except for Peter Boyle's Taxi. I don't know what the fuck car that was.
Taxi
That's
was
what I'm saying.
dope.
Like they modeled on something, but it's not real. You know, like the headlights popping out where they were and shit.
It looks like something you see an old dude driving around in on Saturdays now with like a, I don't know, 19-year-old girl.
It came from the Batman animated series. And I'm not mad at that.
I do want to talk about this Sunshine taxi cab.
Oh, okay.
So the back doors open normally. The front doors were the suicide doors.
Yeah,
I fucking love that.
It's the opposite of that 66 Lincoln they have
Yeah.
in Matrix that both doors open to create that. It's the exact opposite of that.
yeah.
Well, then later on in the movie, someone gets out of another cab, and that
And it's
cab has the suicide doors in
on
the
the
back.
Yeah.
But
Like,
like,
look,
the
dude,
way
we got
they're set up-
suicide doors. We don't know where to put them.
The way they're set up in this car doesn't make sense though, because if you're getting out of the back and you're on the same side as the driver, then your doors just slamming into each other.
Oh,
and your
they're
paint's getting all
expecting
dented
some
up.
help to open the door for them. Stay there. I'll get it. I'm sure you don't want to.
Come here, Peter Boyle. Open the door for me.
Sure you don't want to ruin your pretty fucking nails.
Ah.
Putting on the Ritz. He was in Young Frankenstein as Frankenstein's
That's
monster.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
I just watched it with you.
Duh.
That was like 3 years ago.
No, we just watched it recently.
Did we?
Yeah, like maybe a year ago. Maybe
Fuck yeah.
Christmas.
That's a great movie. My favorite Gene Wilder.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, it is mine.
Well, maybe yours.
No, it is mine. It's not maybe.
Now let me tell you what you like.
I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Here's why Frisco Kid is your favorite. It is up there.
But he's basically there's these gangsters that are harassing this Asian dude who's played by a guy named Sab Shimono.
Welcome back to the show.
Yes, we've seen before. He was in the Big Hit. He's the Trace Buster guy.
Yeah.
He's the one that has the gold statue. He made that movie, The Gold Statue.
Isn't he also
shower?
in Waterworld?
He's also in Waterworld.
Taste the Golden Spray?
Yeah. Taste the Golden Spray.
I think we still need to make
so
that
on
beer.
that Taste the Golden Spray thing, he's in Waterworld trying to get Kevin Costner's seed.
Yep.
The Golden Spray.
He's trying to.
So he's just really interested in things that come out of your penis.
No, it's just that his spray is worth as much as gold.
Okay.
I have a sweater covered in semen. I don't want to buy that. It's Kevin Costner's semen. I'll give you $1,000.
Like covered?
Oh, covered.
All right, $2,000. And they're gonna throw him. They have cement boots on him, right? I love how he's like, "Are they dried?" And the guy like runs a knife over it, and I'm like, "What doesn't tell you anything about the inside?" Also, I don't think it matters if they're dried.
I mean, as long as they're not goopy, I think you're fine.
Yeah, he's sinking to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he can stand on them, you're okay.
But the shadow arrives to save him, and we get this thing where he's tormenting this fucking mobster, and he's talking from the shadows, I guess, as he would.
Yeah.
And this guy just starts blasting wildly in all directions.
He empties his clip,
really funny.
and then he grabs the chopper. He grabs his Tommy gun and just starts going to town. His guys are ducking behind shit.
Yeah, he's shooting his own car.
This is why I don't like working for the boss. He goes off the fucking hinges. You're going to catch a stray one.
Right in the tuchus.
How do you think you got this promotion? Paulie got shot in the dick. Right in his ESP hole.
Ooh, ESP.
And he saves Roy Tam is the character's name. And he basically, like, he's driving away in the cab. Peter Boyle is his cab driver / conscripted servant.
Yeah, he's probably
slave.
He's probably the strongest of like the highest ranking servant.
I think he's the first one he saved.
Probably.
He basically tells Tam at this point, like, I saved your life, so now you work for me. Here's a ring. You come anytime I call, and you have to help me.
He liked it. He put a ring on it.
Well, he's like, I have to ask my wife first. No, you don't.
Yeah. Nuh-uh.
Oh, there is a line in there that's important.
Something about a sunny day.
Well, before it's when the guy's going crazy, and Alec Baldwin says, "The weed of crime bears bitter fruit." And that's important because apparently that was the sign-off for the radio show.
Oh, okay.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime doesn't pay. The shadow knows.
Ooh.
That's how they ended all their shows. That's how they got kids to not misbehave.
Yeah.
And the shadow will come and kill you.
Then the Great Depression happened and everyone misbehaved.
And the shadow did not
people
come.
were not misbehaving during the Roaring 20s. People were behaving very well. I've seen The Great Gatsby.
Absolutely.
But then the Depression came.
There was no alcohol allowed.
Exactly. You don't have booze, everything's good.
Everyone's sober. No one's fucking.
Yeah,
Life was
exactly.
great in America.
Who was actually sober during the fucking 20s?
Michael Shannon's character in fucking Boardwalk Empire.
Fucking right?
Yeah.
That's about it. Everybody, I mean, all Prohibition did was raise prices of alcohol from 5 cents a beer to $1 a beer overnight.
And strengthen organized crime.
And organized. And all we did was say thank you as consumers. Like, to your point, no one quit drinking.
No.
You can't stop people from doing what they want most of the time.
It's kind of like having a prohibition on any kind of substance just makes people get it another way and then end up in jail for things that are nonviolent crimes.
Look what we're happening with fucking legalized weed now.
Yep.
It's like, wow, look at that. The world didn't fucking burn. Crazy.
What?
Well, all I'm saying is alcohol kills you, and it's not a good thing to do.
Well, I mean,
I see you looking at it so far away from you.
No, I was hoping that Roku had a cork. Every time the shadow laughs, I wish it was Christopher Lambert.
Yes.
The shadow knows.
Or
and crime, the weeds of crime bear bitter fruit.
Willem Dafoe.
I don't know if I could do a Willem Dafoe like that. You know, I'm something of a shadow myself. No, see, it's all Lambert. It's all my show. I don't have the penis of Dafoe, so I make up for it with this voice.
JCVD.
Okay. The shadow wears silk underwears. I'm looking for your daddy and his shadow.
But yeah, he gives them the code word, which is the sun is shining, and then you have to respond, the ice is slippery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like, as long as he's not calling for help in the middle of the winter when everything's frozen.
The
Hey, the sun is shining.
No, it's
the
not.
ice is slippery.
Thanks.
Yeah, because the sun's out. What?
This guy just came up to me and said the weirdest fucking thing.
All I mentioned was that the sun was finally out for the first time this winter, and he just said, "Yeah, the ice is slippery," and walked away.
Like, I don't know, the ice is slippery.
No,
I lost
and
a
then
brother that way.
stared at me.
Yeah, and then stood there and
expecting
stared
more.
at me, and I walked away slowly backwards, not taking my eyes off him.
I don't trust you.
Peter Boyle takes him to the Cobalt Club, which I guess is the only club in New York City.
The only club.
Kind of like the Coco Cabana. Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Or the Mask?
Uh-huh.
It's like the only nightclub that exists.
I mean, but at least that's not... Is that New York?
No, I think it's... I don't know if it's New York or if it's like a new... No, it's Edge City.
Oh, that's right, it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's supposed to be Edge
It's New
City.
York.
Edge City is where I live, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Who's got the time?
Yeah, you're
But
talking to me Sunday to Tuesday.
We're
It's
talking
Edge
about
City.
We're talking about New York in the 30s, and you're going to one club. You know what it is? Because when did Prohibition end? It
29?
Started in 22, right?
Started in
19,
like 19.
1919 is when it got signed. 1920 is when they started enforcing it.
Okay.
I thought it was much
It went
later
for
than
9
9
years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it
So
was
this is the only
29.
club that has a good stock of this guy's gin. That's what it is.
It was bathtub gin.
Because he gets there and the waiter's like, "Your usual," and hands him 2 martinis. Dope.
You know, I was about to say what a great way to have like your regular Barbie, and then I realized that's kind of how the bars we go to
Yeah,
are.
yeah. We frequent a lot of bars that know us.
And just sit down and they're like, "Here's your drink." I'm like, "Well, that's not what I wanted tonight, but I guess I'm drinking it."
Yep.
That's what I drank the last 7 nights, and
That's what I've drank the last 4 years I've been coming here. But tonight I wanted something different. For no
I do
fucking
switch it
reason.
up.
Sometimes we do switch it up on them, and so now they ask. They're like, "Your usual?"
I mean, there's always a chance to interrupt. No one just slides me a drink. And if they did, I'd be fine with it. I'm like, well, I'll drink that, and I'll let you know what I want next.
At the brewery, I have certain regulars that only drink certain beers, and I see them pulling in, and so I'll fill it up for them. I'll set it down, and they're like, "Number 10, please." I'm like, "That's your fucking mug right there, buddy. Sit your ass
That's
down.
yours.
Don't you know your mug by now?"
Yeah.
and I mean, we don't have really people who come into our place and get the same beer, but there's people who always get the same thing, and they always like the same style, and they never decide for themselves. So I've done that for people when they come in. I just pour them whatever the new IPA is and put it in front of them. I'm just like, there you
Sometimes
go.
I'll see people drive by that big window. I'm like, I know what a hazy IPA you're drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
And when I say some people who drink certain styles, it's always the hazy.
It's always hazy. All I drink is hazy IPAs, but I don't know what I like.
Dude, I feel attacked.
You should.
Can I try 4 of them?
No, you're gonna drink the one I give you because I know which one's the best. Yo, I am in the mood for like a really juicy IPA, and I don't see any in the fridge.
Yeah, I think I'm all out, but I do know a place we can go get some more.
Let's go to the Arizona Beer House.
Arizona Beer House. They have 34 taps. There's like almost 800 cans and bottles that you can drink in-house or take to go. And it's conveniently located at Broadway and Kolb, 150 South Kolb in Tucson, Arizona.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd tap that.
Let's head down to Arizona Beer House right now.
Let's go. I'll drive.
First pint's on me, guys.
All right.
Sharks of the Corn? Virus shark? Cocaine shark? Sharktopus? Yeah, those are all real movies. Join me, Steve Coates, as each week I take a comedic look at the bizarre world of sharksploitation cinema on Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast.
He goes to the Cobalt Club and he meets his uncle, who apparently is also the police commissioner.
Sure.
I don't think they ever explicitly said that.
No,
see
but
him
he
with the
does
police.
say Uncle Wainwright.
Yeah.
And then we find out he's the one that's got to answer for everything.
And he's like, "I'm going to start a task force to find the shadow." And that's when
No,
Alec
you're not.
Baldwin fucking Jedi mind tricks this dude.
Yeah,
This
he
is
does.
not the shadow you're looking for.
You're right. I'm
You
not
will-
looking for a
You
shadow.
will not start a task force. You guys can't see me, but I'm waving
I
my
don't think I
hand.
will start a task force.
Fuck him.
I don't think this guy, the shadow doesn't exist. He's probably not even real.
Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, steak.
Oh, yeah, prime rib.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Dude, this guy's got prime rib every scene he's in this. He's huge.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what happens when all you eat is prime
I'm
rib.
not body shaming. I'm jealous that he's eating this much prime rib.
It did look really good, though.
Give me more of those chives to that baked potato.
Mm.
And then Margot Lane enters, who is Penelope Ann Miller's character
Margot Lane.
from Kindergarten Cop.
I love love this dress.
I like the style.
I like the green one better than this one, but
I like the style of everybody in this movie, except for the guys that are playing the Mongols.
yeah.
I mean, if they were like wrestlers, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Suits of armor are just so passe.
I know. How is nobody acknowledging? So maybe nobody can see him. Maybe they're all hypnotized. And
Sometimes they
nobody can see
can't see him, but obviously they can see him certain times.
Yeah.
Because somebody makes fun of Genghis Khan's outfit. Or not Genghis Khan, but we'll get there.
Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. Shiwan Khan.
That's what I said, Shaka Khan.
Oh.
But she comes in.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say we didn't talk about the beautiful setting, the paintings. What is it called?
I mean, the whole city is matte paintings.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere you look, it's all obviously like studio backlot.
Especially on the bridge scene where he's torturing the gangster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can see like 10 feet behind them is the painting.
Yeah.
It's almost like Bugs Bunny was trying to get you to drive through it.
But these are absolute beautiful.
I wonder if Alec Baldwin ever ran into one.
Probably.
I'll be in my trailer. Oh, fuck. Who put that there?
There's an invisible wall here.
Something.
He sprayed it.
But yeah, this city, this
Wrong movie.
version of New York looks. I mean, I commented. I was like, it's like they basically took the Gotham sets from Batman and Batman. Well, Batman Returns more specifically, which is even more over the top. And they were just like, well, let's take all the twisty spirals off and the weird
Take
Tim
the
Burton
Burton
shit
off of it.
Can you turn that gargoyle into like a falcon? Get rid of all these question marks. Is that a Jack in the Box in Times Square?
Is that a statue of? Oh fuck, what's her name? His wife.
Who's wife?
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah. Is that a statue of Helena Bonham Carter on top of that building?
Bonham Carter.
Tim Burton's wife. I was like, Batman was never married. He had a daughter with Ra's al Ghul's, a son with Ra's al Ghul's daughter, but
He might have got married at some point. They've been making those comics for almost 100 years.
I don't think he ever got married. That's the whole point.
He just kidnapped other orphans.
Maybe Batman got married, but Bruce Wayne didn't. Dun, dun, dun. I now pronounce you Bat and wife.
You may now squawk the bride.
All right, bird husband. I don't know what kind of.
So he's hitting on Penelope Ann Miller, and his uncle's like, "You don't want no part of that, do we?"
She's crazy.
She have two boobs? Yeah, I think I do want part of that.
He talks about how she's crazy. She's a special kind of crazy girl.
And I just took that to mean like, look at her, no husband, sitting at a table on her own, drinking.
That might be what he meant.
Ordering food for herself, having a cigar. I bet she has a pair of pants at home. Pants.
The audacity.
God, look at her over there. Next thing, she's going to want to vote.
I saw her one day wearing socks.
You believe this?
They weren't even stockings. I
She
couldn't
wanted
believe it.
to ride a bicycle. I think even at this point, women riding bicycles was crazy. There were all these like propaganda
I hear she got a
doctors
job.
that were saying that like your uterus was gonna fall out of your body if you jostled too much.
So with me,
It's all just really held in there by toothpicks.
I watched Call the Midwife.
Uh-huh.
And that is started in the 30s, 40s. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But they were not allowed to drive, but they were allowed to ride bicycles.
We'll move on from it, but if you want an interesting fucking read, look up Alice Roosevelt.
Okay.
But
That was a bad bitch.
That was
All
also
right.
England,
Yeah.
not the United States.
We followed trends at that point. After 1812, we were all buddy.
After you know that Tea Party.
After they burnt our White House.
But like he's using his mind powers, right? She's sitting there, she's like, she's not saying anything, and he's like, I could go for some Peking duck. And she's like, oh my God, me too.
same fucking thing right now. Like, totally. Crazy chat.
She doesn't have a distinctive voice, so
I know, but we're going to do
gonna
that.
do that. Yeah.
Dude, Tomei. Fucking Scar lady. Well, come on now. Come on, kid. You can do it. Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. But as a newsie?
Yes.
Tina Fey doing her newsy voice.
Yeah.
But she
I was just thinking about Peking duck. See,
See? I go to Peking right now.
But she responds. She answers him. She's like, "Oh, thank you about this dress."
I got this dress at yada yada. He's like, why did you tell me that? I don't give a
Because you
hoot.
just
I
said
actually
you
don't
liked
give a
it.
fuck.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. I heard
I
you.
was thinking of your dress on the floor right now.
Oh my God, it's happening again.
I was thinking about wearing your dress.
Oh, see, now
Hoover
it gets
style.
weirder when he says, I was thinking of your dress on the floor, and you say it's happening again, because it follows it up with, like, her cousin when she was growing up. She could hear his thoughts or something.
His thoughts were quite dirty.
And they always involved my dress on the floor.
Weird.
We didn't come from New York.
Kissing cousins.
But yeah, and he even tries to, I don't know, gleam her, if you want to use a vampire word.
Yes.
At some point in the movie, he's like, you will forget
glimmer.
about me. And she's like, I'm not going to forget about you. You will leave. Like, why would I do that? Damn it. It's not working on her.
I love it because he's just like, you will forget. And she's like, no, probably not, especially now.
I don't know what kind of ladies you used to date and see, but I'm not that kind of gal. I'm going to remember forever. I'm going to write a book about it. Take photos. I'm going to draw a picture of you. Put it on my refrigerator. What's a refrigerator?
Basically, he sends her home and he's like, well, I can never see her again. Fuck that.
Dangerous for who? For me.
Bum, bum, bum.
And the maids.
And then he's taking a napsy with a glass of brandy in his hand because that's a
As
good way to fall
one
asleep.
does.
And then a
The
fire
fire.
spirit attacks him and blows up his brandy, and that
It's-
does not wake him up.
It's Sirius Black from Harry Potter.
Yes.
Coming through the fucking fire in the common room.
I mean,
Oops, sorry, wrong movie.
it'd be better if it was Gary Oldman.
It'd be
Although
way
it is an
better.
Asian person, so it might not be better if it was Gary Oldman.
Can he
It's
just play the fire face?
It's just the guy from Remo Williams, whose name I won't remember.
So
I
this,
won't either, and I don't want to.
This guy playing Shiwan Khan, who did you know him from anything?
No,
like he
fuck no.
looks so familiar.
I think he sounds a lot like James Hong, especially in Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
He has a very similar cadence. Maybe
mean-
for the same Providence. I don't know.
The biggest movie that I've seen that he's in, like his biggest movie, was a movie called The Last Emperor from the 80s. And he's the main character.
I
He's
did see that.
Pu Yi
But he would have been how
as
old
a
there?
grown up. It was 1985, so
so about
but
10
he's
years
still
prior.
he's
9
still the
years
adult
before.
version of Pu Yi, just because it starts with him as a kid.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like this emperor who was a little wee bab that was made emperor of China.
As most of the emperors
Yeah.
are. It's
so
good
I mean,
to have a
he was the quote unquote
Nepo
adult
baby make your
version, but that
choices.
was 9 years before this still.
Uh-huh.
So
No, his fake beard bugs me.
Oh, it's bad.
You can see the and then
It's
maybe this is an
American.
HD thing. It looks like you found trimmings on the floor of a barber shop and glued them to your face. It's
it looks like pubes.
disgusting.
It does not look like
Sorry, I
hair.
didn't say what kind of barber shop. It's a bottom half barber shop.
It is a bottom half barber shop.
they put the bib on and go under it.
Yep.
come on down to bottom half barbers.
Can I just get a little off the bottom?
Everything half off today. I'm not going there.
Everything half off except for you. All right, I feel a little bit better.
But the voice warns him that something's coming, and then we cut to where we are introduced to Shiwan Khan, who is played by John Lone, who is in a sarcophagus, question mark.
Yes.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan's,
He even says, I
Tomb.
traveled here in Genghis Khan's tomb to absorb his power.
because he claims he's the last living
descendant.
relative of Genghis Khan,
Which we know is not true.
which we know is not true.
Do
and
we?
I did
Oh,
read up.
yeah. The fact is, like, was it
Well, I read up more about it because it was mentioned in the trivia for this.
uh-huh.
So
on
we
the
had talked
the
about
tribunal?
this. We had talked about this, I don't know, months ago on here from something about how there's a bunch of people who are related to Genghis Khan or whatever.
Genghis
Well,
Khan
the
at one
thing
point
is,
was like a
it's-
third of the fucking population were his descendants.
It's like some percentage, like 8% or something, of people in that part of China, but that equals like a percent of the world's population or something.
Yeah.
Which is like some millions of people.
like 2%
So-
of the world's population is Genghis Khan.
Yeah, it's something like that.
offspring.
It's a small number, but it's millions of people because
Yeah.
That's
there's a lot of people on the
insane.
earth.
He did what he wanted.
He spread
and
his
who he
seed.
wanted. Yeah, he got that golden spray.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I guess that's how you it's what you did.
I
Yeah,
do
don't
like
don't try and justify it. He's a Genghis Khan man.
John Wayne
mean-
isn't running around just spreading babies. I mean, sorry, Genghis
Anybody
Khan.
want any of the seed pilgrims?
You think they skipped that part in The Conqueror? Or you think they had John Wayne just raping?
He wanted to do it.
Like, it wasn't on camera.
Yeah.
But he was doing it.
He's like, it's filmed. It's filmed.
It just doesn't match up. It's not 16 millimeter film like you guys are using or 35 millimeter. I just shot it on my Super 8.
It's an 8mm.
Oh,
Super
God.
snuff.
But yeah, I did like this little bit with like the sarcophagus, like the locks on the front start opening themselves.
Security
And the security
guards.
guards just try to close them. Like,
It's an early version of whack-a-mole.
that's what I was thinking. It's like a whack-a-mole. He was going up and closing these things, and they're like vicious looking little clamps.
Uh-huh.
And I was waiting for one of them to take off
his
his
hand.
fingers.
in another movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, the guy comes out, Khan comes out, and he's like, "You will join me." And the guy's like, we're closed for business.
Is this private property? I'm gonna need to see your day pass.
So he's like, "Oh, you won't join me? Then fucking kill yourself." And he's like, "Sounds good, Khan."
You got it,
Blammo.
buddy.
And then we get my two favorite people in the movie who are barely in it.
Tim Curry
and Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're in right now, and they're about to be out for a long time, and then we'll pop back in at
and
the
we
end.
see them here and there, especially Ian McKellen.
Yeah,
But like, they doesn't do a lot.
Yeah.
We just see his face.
Tim Curry talks to Ian McKellen for a little bit, and then goes outside and sexually harasses Ian McKellen's daughter, which is
Penelope Ann
Miller. And then he's out of this movie until the sphere thing.
Yeah.
But I do like, Tim Curry's barely in this movie, but he's like two of my favorite scenes.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Him with the Tommy gun is life.
yeah. So Ian McKellen is playing Reinhardt Lane. Ian McKellen, by the way, for the listeners who don't know, was Magneto and Gandalf.
Yeah.
And lots of other things.
He's
But
Sir Ian McKellen.
yeah.
He is knighted.
He's best friends with Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yes, they are actually best friends.
I just wanna
Go
be
look
there. I
up
would
their
be a-
like social media.
I want to be a fly in the wall in one of their fucking late, like after the bar closes.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be a fly in the wall. You know they've exchanged penises, like
They're on-
just looks.
They're on their 9th bottle of the most expensive
McKellen?
brandy in the world. They're just fucking shit hammered. I was a psychic, a mutant guy. I was a magnet mutant guy.
I am not a box of avocados. Logan. Whoop, wrong movie.
You guys remember the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole point was to like raise money for something. I can't remember now.
I don't even know.
And
what
I
it was
don't
for.
understand how people pouring ice on their head raised money. But I do remember Patrick Stewart had the best ice bucket challenge video. It's him just chilling at like this fucking $18 million desk. I don't know, like this most expensive desk I've ever seen. And he's got a little bucket with ice and a little clamps, and he's picking up ice and putting it in a glass like he's about to make a cocktail. And he like picks it up, and then he sets it down, pulls out his checkbook, and just writes a check to the charity that it was for.
Perfect. Because all these people that kept like tagging me in videos, like it's for charity. I'm like, if I dump a bucket of ice on me, how does anybody get money from that?
Yeah, I think the idea was, I guess, if you get monetized from views, you donate it, but none of those people did.
No.
And it was a raise awareness thing too, but I just loved it because he was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'll write a check.
Yeah. Here's a check for $1 billion.
Luckily, I have 40 kerbillions.
Yeah.
so.
I can let go of $1 billion.
And then Tim Curry is playing Farley Claymore.
That's not a real name.
Yeah. They're both real names, just not together. You
one's
could be one
Well,
or
I
the
know
other,
what a
dude.
Farley is, and I know what a claymore is.
Exactly.
Make sure that claymore is pointed the correct way.
Otherwise, you're going to knock off your Farley.
And Tim Curry, for those who don't know, shame on you.
If you don't know who Tim Curry is,
Hey, we have younger listeners.
do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have watched Muppet Treasure Island by now.
Well, they weren't young in the 90s.
my
Otherwise, they
favorite.
wouldn't be younger now.
It's my favorite Tim Curry movie, by the way. Is
Is it?
Muppet Treasure Island, hands down.
Eh,
Wow.
Yep.
I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Do you know how hard it is to be that
It's not your
funny?
favorite movie.
Yeah. You know how hard it is to be that funny around puppets? Muppets?
Okay.
When
now-
was the last time you watched Muppet Christmas Carol?
Every year.
Okay,
Every
because
fucking year.
because Mike
you
O'Kane
met
is
him?
in that movie, and he is fucking hilarious.
season to be holly and joyous.
He's hilarious in that movie because he did what you should do in a Muppet movie. He took that shit 100% serious. He acted like he was in a movie with a bunch of
Yeah, because
storied
I'm Mike
Shakespearean
O'Kane.
actors. Well, he was trash at that point, though.
Yeah.
But you act like you're in a movie with storied Shakespearean actors, but it's just a bunch of fucking socks with hands in their assholes.
That's
And
most of Hollywood, dude.
And he took it super seriously, which makes every moment in that movie more funny.
He's not wrong. Like, he's playing the straightest straight man.
Yes.
I have something to say about Muppets and someone who actually looks like they belong with Muppets.
Me?
Willie Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
There-
So me.
So yeah, you. No, there was a meme. So there's literally nobody else in the world that could look more natural with a bunch of Muppets.
You're not
It's
wrong.
just- Willie is just like
That's how he
"Yeah."
sees everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's just the way he sees the world.
Just another day.
He's like, a lot of people who are frogs today.
Very froggy out today.
You think he ever met George Lucas and was like, holy shit, it's real?
Oh, man. He sounds just like that green guy. Oh, shit.
Are
What's
you
up,
who
man?
I've been talking to this whole time?
Oh, man. This is wild.
Hey, Willie. It's good
Oh.
to meet you.
Oh, he's moving right along. Oh, shit. Look at his little legs.
But Tim Curry was in such great films as Legend, Clue. There's another
Bongo.
movie-
Congo.
I was skipping the one that I had another one written down, but I had started it by saying great movies, so I
He's
couldn't
just
say
a
another
sweet transvestite.
From transsexual Transylvania.
You know, you can't say either of those words anymore, right?
He's saying them. I didn't say them.
I hate that fucking movie.
Yeah, I do too.
I
That's
don't.
fine. I think it's just it's
hate
shocking that
it.
Derek doesn't like it because on paper that's a Derek movie.
An alien coming to take over and making people do sex things.
Yeah.
Let's do
On
the
paper, that's a her
time
movie.
warp dance.
Anyway,
An alien forcing people to have sex. That's not a me movie. I don't watch anime.
that's a Me Too movie.
So anyway, I don't like that movie, but I like Tim Curry.
I don't like
Love Tim
Telekin porn anyways.
He's also in Home Alone 2.
Yes.
I did it right.
Yes, you
for
did.
the first time in
Yay!
82
Golf clap?
episodes.
Golf clap.
Clapping for myself. I always say Dunstan checks in.
Yeah.
It's the same movie.
I'd be shocked if he's in that.
He's not. Pretty
They
sure
both have
it's,
an orange orangutan.
Did you say the legend?
Is in Trump and Home Alone 2.
He is, and he's in the hotel.
Did you say legend?
Yeah, I did say
Yeah,
Legend.
he started
You
with that.
fucking better say
I
legend.
started with Legend.
He
bro.
voiced Hexus and Ferngully.
Yeah, he did. So, he was featured in my dreams heavily last night.
Uh-huh.
So
Was he ripping off his face and realized you're under it? Because that's normal.
he tore off his face, and Carrie Oldman was under it.
That's normal.
But he's trying to hit on Penelope Ann Miller, and he had been talking to Ian McKellen.
He's not trying to. He's hitting on her. It's just not sticking.
Why aren't you returning my calls?
No, you don't return my calls anymore. That's not true. I've never returned your calls. I don't know why. Aww.
I just don't like you.
And she walks away. He's like, what a fascinating woman.
But he was talking to Ian McKellen about they were building a beryllium sphere for energy, question mark. And he's like, do you want to come downstairs and see my beryllium sphere? And she's like, I have no interest in your spheres, Mr. Claymore.
At all.
Get your balls out my face.
They're stinky.
I mean, like shadow balls.
You know what kind of balls she likes? ESP balls.
She does have ESP. We covered that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Well,
couldn't
did
remember.
we? Because
Well,
maybe
we
I
said it
thought
happened again.
Maybe I thought it. And
Oh,
never
I think we
said
started
it.
talking about it because we talked about how it happened again. She could read his thoughts, and that's why he was scared. I
And
think we
she's
talked
got
about
she's
it.
got the ESPness.
I'll cut it out if we did talk about
Yeah.
it. But she does have an ESPness, which apparently is a theme for this month.
Apparently.
All the ESPers, ESPing themselves, ESPing you. Guys ESPing on girls, girls ESPing on guys. You've seen it 1,000 times.
I love it.
And so the Shadow has this citywide network of like pneumatic tubes that are used here. Someone's got to send him a message, and it's this. Here's where we could have cut 2 minutes out of the movie.
Yeah.
Because this camera
I
follows this.
Agree.
And it was interesting for the first 20 seconds, and then it just kept going.
I thought, who is this scene for? Like, who's watching this? Like, wow, what a shot!
It could have been a
right
roller
down
coaster.
the pipe. Like, there's fucking plumbers that have cameras on fucking snakes that look better than this. But yes, I also thought, doesn't someone look at these? Like, where does that go? I'm a fucking city planner, and I
Yeah.
didn't plan that part of the city.
It's the
Follow
30s.
the tubes.
He killed the city planners.
Oh, he gleams people.
Yeah.
That's right. He can just be like, no, don't look into my tubes. Look at my tube.
I love
Don't
that you're
look
saying
into my
gleams and you're
tubes.
not saying the force.
Yeah, because it's more gleaming. It's very vampiric.
It is more mind. You're correct. Mind
His
control
eyes
is
get
more
shiny.
vampiric.
Because like the shadows come over his eye.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of that like noir film like lighting, with the highlighted eyes and like the shadows of like the blinds across stuff, the slats across the room and stuff. But someone sends him a message, and he gets summoned from his home to the sanctum.
Take me to the sanctum. It's just down the street. I have a cab on the way.
But then he gets there, and when he gets to the sanctum, which is like in the basement of some building, he's got like a little magic door.
The way I like it.
But like one of those tubes is right there, running into that building.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he gets there, he doesn't have the message. He has to call the guy who got the message, who's sitting at tube base.
This is what I'm wondering. It seemed like, okay, he
COVID
left
times.
his mansion where it's COVID time. This guy's got a house with wings on it. And I mean, like, no, he can't fly. I think this guy was in the basement of his house and he said, all right, take me to the sanctum, and then called this guy because he's that much of a rich white dude. He's like, I'm not going to talk to the help in person.
Well, the craziest thing about this is they show this room that this guy's in that just has a whole bunch of tubes pointed right at his face. So if there's an emergency,
Dude, he's going to get fucking tube cockeyed.
if that guy was still down there on like, I don't know, September 11th, 2001.
Dude, what is he, the fucking
Also-
knight from Last Crusade?
Yeah.
Does he not
You
have
have
a life?
tubed wisely.
The guy who
So
lives in the tube basement?
Yeah.
No,
He's a
he's
fucking
he's a
butler.
tube slave.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other people get to carry on with their lives.
Well, not
This,
him.
this guy's not wearing a ring.
He is wearing a ring.
He doesn't get to leave.
His legs got cut off in the accident that Alec Baldwin saved him in.
Uh-huh.
He's
So
like,
now
well, I
he
have a
lives in the
perfect
basement.
job for you.
Uh-huh.
But they built this set, was what I was going to say. It's like all these tubes, these big computer-esque screens, all this stuff. This
Oh, yeah,
guy is
early
sitting at this
computer.
console, and we never see it again.
No, we see it one more time.
On screen or on like
Yes.
the camera thing.
No, we see it again at the end of the movie.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
I guess I missed that. But Khan shows up at the sanctum after Alec Baldwin gets his message that something bad is going to happen.
Sorry, I can't not.
The needs of the many
Do it
outweigh
all
the
the
needs
time.
of the few. Wait. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
The needs of me outweigh the needs of everybody else.
The needs of me outweigh the needs of you.
Wow, your wedding vows are beautiful.
But Khan appears in there, and instead of questioning it, Alec Baldwin's just like, all right, we'll have a civil conversation.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
And he asks for some of that American bourbon.
Which isn't all
Which I
bourbon
just
American.
poured in my glass.
Yeah.
You can't have Japanese bourbon. You can have Japanese whiskey.
Yeah.
They
I
make great
gonna
fucking
say,
whiskey.
In
They
order
do.
to be bourbon, it has to be in Kentucky,
No.
doesn't it?
No.
Just America?
Yeah, and
But Khan is trying to recruit him because he's got super extra Jedi powers.
he keeps bringing up his past. He's like, dude, I studied your fucking battle.
You were
when you
amazing.
were-
When
When
yeah.
you murdered all those civilians, it was
Dude, it was
fucking
fucking dope.
sweet.
Get by my side. We are gonna rape. We're gonna pillage. We're gonna wash our hands in blood. Doesn't that sound fun?
Yes.
No, it does not.
Yes.
Washing your hands in blood is sticky grossness.
No.
And then I'm going to brush my teeth with blood.
And then gargle before you go to bed. AB positive.
I'd be positive I'm not joining that.
I would still do it.
Yeah.
Basically, he tells him to go fuck himself. And there's this moment where he pulls this gun. He has this little pedal that shoots a gun or like opens a hole in the wall and like pulls a gun out of it. But the dude is gone. Khan is gone. But he threw this like bronzium coin at him.
Bronzium. I want these little compartments of my house, but like shooters and joints. That way, when there's like
Ooh.
guests over that I can't drink around, I'm like,
Just
I just
Fonzie
have
the
to
wall.
hold on. Let me go check the library. Hey,
You have a library? Shut up.
Shut-
Hey.
that's what I call the bathroom. The crap library.
You
keep all
move
my
a,
books.
a candle on your fireplace mantle.
That'd be great. Just spins around to a full bar.
Your house looks bigger on the outside, but on the inside, there's like it's almost as if there's a room missing.
It's like a
Well, don't look
studio.
behind that fucking bookshelf. What? Nothing.
I'll put a one book up that no one will touch. Ooh, the Bible. Anybody come to my house would be like, I ain't touching that.
We'll see if your mom comes over.
She has it memorized. She wrote the Bible, I'm pretty
Well, yeah,
sure.
but she wants to point things out to you about what you're doing wrong.
No,
No, she
we
just
quit, we
said-
quit having those conversations. We don't have those conversations anymore. Ever since I gave my nieces the story of Jesus kicked out all the money lenders from the temple, and now there's churches that have like gift shops. And I told my young nieces about this, and yeah, it's a whole thing now.
No, I'm intrigued.
I mean, you shouldn't. Like, churches are already a business. You don't
True.
at least hide it.
Yeah.
I liked it better when you weren't just having a gift shop in your fucking church.
It's Buddy Christ.
Buddy Christ, absolutely.
Catholicism. Wow.
You ever heard of CrossFit? How do you think that got started? Everyone wanted to be fit like they were, like Jesus was on the cross.
Oh my
like, That's
God.
the body style you're going for.
Mine.
I want to get fit. I want to get CrossFit.
I want to get cross faded.
So Willem Dafoe's penis?
Woo.
But he takes the coin to get analyzed. He finds out it's a magic bronzium, whatever. And if they implode it, then it'll explode. Something.
Something,
But it's funny
dark
'cause
side.
Tam is the one telling him this, and he says all that, and he's like, I guess it would be an implosive explosive device. And Alec Baldwin, or an atomic bomb.
Ooh,
Hey, that's
catchy.
catchy.
I wonder if it'll stick.
And then Khan takes control of
This Japanese guy's not going to be happy about that atomic bomb name later.
No.
I'm just saying.
Somebody had to.
I don't think anybody had to. I just did.
But Khan takes control of Ian McKellen's mind and basically starts having him work for him. He takes control of his mind through this cigarette billboard that blows smoke rings, which is pretty sweet.
Which it's a real billboard, right?
Yeah, I read in the trivia, so
it's
but-
true. No,
No, I
looked
feel like it was.
I feel like we've seen these before.
Maybe not the
where
llama
it's-
brand, but
No, definitely the llama brand, but there's a guy who's got an open mouth and smoke pours out of the open mouth. This would have been probably before our time because I think they were starting to calm down cigarette campaigns in the late 80s.
I want to say it was a Marlboro ad in a movie in Vegas is one that
Harley
I might
Davidson,
be
the
thinking.
Marlboro Man. No, you're probably thinking of there is a cowboy in Vegas. It's not an advertisement. It's one of the billboard things. It's a big neon cowboy that's like waving and stuff.
I want to say
Well,
in the movie.
okay.
I mean, I would think it
part.
probably would have been a Camel since they're doing this llama thing.
Llama.
Maybe Camel was a sponsor of the Shadow radio show, and it's one of those commercials where it's like 4 out of 5 doctors recommend Camel cigarettes. They're smooth and they make you feel real good on the
Not
inside.
feeling so well? Try the mentholated ones. Pregnant? Try the menthol extra long filters. Try the 100s Virginia Slims. Slim you down.
Tickle in your insides.
If you're coughing up blood, you're doing it wrong.
4 out of 5 doctors recommend Camels because the 5th doctor died.
He didn't smoke Camels.
He got cancer from a lesser brand.
Not a doctor.
The Lucky Strike.
Ooh, Lucky Strike on filters, dude. Roll them shits up in my cigarettes on my shirt sleeve so everyone knows how tough I am.
You're tough.
Look at that. He's got filterless cigarettes and rolled up. He's got a mom tattoo.
Just some stuff happens. Shadow ends up going to break into what I thought was Khan's lair, but I guess it's McKellen's lab that he's now taken over or whatever. One of the Mongolian guys there, though, that's one of his guards, is also a welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
The guy named Nils Stewart, who was in Whatever It Takes. He was the wrestler at the beginning who overdosed.
Shaved head,
With the
back of the head,
ponytail.
braided ponytail, and Fu Manchu, like going out of his way in this movie to look very Genghis Khan.
Did I watch Whatever It Takes?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
that's
did.
the one with Andrew Dice Clay and
Oh,
Don the
yeah,
Dragon
yeah, yeah,
Wilson.
yeah,
It had
and
the
Fred-
bodybuilder wrestler guy that looked like a Joker
right.
anytime
and
he
Fred
fucking
the
smiled.
Hammer Williamson.
Yeah.
I had to say all three of them because they all have nicknames. and
What
it's
size
funny.
shoes you wear? But yeah, so Tim Curry works for the Army? Question mark.
It's a defense contract, something.
Okay.
Correct. So they're a civilian contracted by the Army.
Because later, I think now actually,
It's basically
Right?
Raytheon.
I want to keep calling her Lucy. Is it Lucy?
Who's Lucy?
Margot.
Margot. Fuck.
I
The
was like,
fuck
who's
is Lucy? So Margot goes to Uncle Police Guy and says, like, I want to talk to my dad, but he's acting weird. And he's like, we can't just go like arrest people for acting weird. He's
the
working
30s,
on it.
you could.
Absolutely, you could, dude. He said something about communism.
He was talking in Chinese.
That should have got him
and
already.
that did make him look.
No, because that's what he's like, huh, that's odd, but I don't know. That should have been enough to be like, Chinese, you say?
It was funny because earlier in the movie, she's like, "Oh, you speak Chinese?" to Alec Baldwin. He's like, "Only Mandarin." Because it's Mandarin and Cantonese. I don't believe, I could be mistaken, that there is a Chinese.
There's not just a generic Chinese.
It's funny when she says he was speaking Chinese, they cut to Alec Baldwin and he's just looking at both of them like, oh, white
You
people.
dumb fucking bitch. Stupid Quilo.
But she ends up going to look for her dad.
Oh,
and
yeah.
gets hypnotized by the
point of me
billboard.
telling that story, though, was she says, now I can't talk to him. And he's like, well, it's a military contract.
Yeah.
So that's why I was wondering, like, Tim Curry's like a mob boss that works for the Army? Question mark?
No, just a something contractor. Something,
Gotcha.
something.
It's like I said,
something
Raytheon.
contractor. Yeah. Well, Hughes before Raytheon.
yeah.
Margot gets mind controlled by the billboard also and gets sent to like Manchurian Candidate fucking Alec Baldwin,
Did
right?
anybody else think that they were that when he was talking to Ian McKellen that he was giving him directions? Because he's all Remington Lane. I was like, oh, he's trying to get him to go somewhere. No, that's his name. His name is Remington Lane. That's
No, it's not
phenomenal.
Remington. It's Reinhardt.
Reinhardt Lane.
Oh, it's a way
Lane.
different street. You don't go down that route.
That's the other side of town.
Don't go down
that
Reinhardt.
route.
Reinhardt route will get you killed.
Also, Margot Lane is her name, and Lois Lane is Superman's girlfriend, and Margot Kidder played Lois Lane.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I don't know if Margot Lane was from the original serials or if they're just like, this is smart.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. If it's not from the serials, you're just like, yeah, we got a little funny thing.
We're so funny. She goes to Alec Baldwin's house and sees a reflection of him in the mirror and shoots that, even though it's clearly a reflection.
Oh, yeah.
It's like warped like a funhouse mirror.
So is he.
Yeah.
Later in life.
And he pulls her out of it, and she's like, why am I at your house? Did you drug me?
I had a voice in my head that told me to kill the shadow.
What?
I came here. Shadow, kill shadow. You're here. You're home. You're the shadow.
I tried to kill you.
Boom.
And that was 2 minutes faster than her train
Yeah,
of thought.
I'm trying to get through that
Like
part.
that's where it should have gone, 'cause that's how it
Uh-huh.
started, and then she did 27 other steps and then came back around to you're
Again,
the shadow.
get the Tina Fey fucking voice, like,
Yeah.
hey, the shadow, kill the shadow. Came here to kill you. You're the shadow. Ah, boom.
Ah!
See? Turned into a little Skeletor at the end.
I love it.
You boobs.
I'll get you next time, Shadow.
Ooh, almost Crypt Keeper.
Thank you. I was going for witch, but it works.
Same thing.
Khan and Shadow have another face-off thing at a restaurant where Khan is just shoveling rice into his mouth with his hand.
I mean, are we trying to show that it's like he's just that?
They didn't have chopsticks available for him.
This restaurant's got chopsticks.
He wasn't in a restaurant.
Yeah,
Yes, he was.
He was at his house, I thought.
No, this was a
No.
restaurant. This is when he follows him.
Somebody followed. Okay, you have somebody in full Genghis Khan armor trying to tail fucking Alec Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
So like any reflection of a window or a mirror, like, it's a guy in a full suit of armor following me.
I think I know what's happening.
Weird.
He
Let me
might be
duck in
related
this
to that other guy
shadow.
in a full suit of
I
armor.
don't think it is related, but I'm gonna follow him to find out. Oh, look at that! There's the bad guy.
And they have this little face-off, and they end up shooting at each other. They fire their guns at the same time, and it's so fucking stupid. These bullets just crash into each other and
We
just
get
drop
it.
to the ground.
We get it. They're evenly matched. We
Yeah.
get it. They're two sides of the same coin. We get it.
But it is funny because Khan just shouts at a window. Shout at the window.
And it
Shout.
explodes.
Shout!
Shout it all out.
And he jumps out of the window and gets away. And then Alec Baldwin goes home, and Margot refuses to leave. So he's like, you can sleep in a guest room. She's like, yeah, I'm sleeping in your bed. So he sleeps in a guest room or on a couch.
I'm chaste.
I don't sleep with women.
I don't sleep with girls I can't make forget. I do some kinky shit. I don't want you to know or remember what felching is.
You can't remember the plane to the island.
When we get done here, you're going to wish you could forget. You're welcome.
I'll show you what a rusty trombone
You ever heard of Epstein's Island? Well, welcome to Baldwin's Peninsula.
Oh.
Points at his crotch.
It's also shaped like
I was like,
Florida.
I see that, but they don't.
They did. You people didn't know I was pointing at my crotch.
They might have known.
Imagine that I'm mostly pointing to my crotch the rest of this episode.
But it's funny because this is when he has that dream that you referenced earlier, where he wakes up in the middle of the night, and it's pretty cool looking.
It's a good prosthetic
He
scene.
sticks his hands underneath his face and is peeling off his skin, kind of like a poltergeist.
Yeah, a little bit. No, I can't think of another. There is another one that it's like that also, but yeah.
Family Guy.
Total
It's
recall.
never Family Guy.
When they do the poltergeist scene,
It is never
and
Family
Peter
Guy.
peels his face off in the mirror, and then he becomes Hank, and he goes, propane.
It is never Family Guy.
Oh, sometimes it's Family Guy, doggone to heck. I sell propane accessories. Derek, why is your wife looking at me like she wants to kill me?
Because we're doing cartoons.
Oh, that's fair.
But then when in the morning he's talking to her, and she's she wakes up ready to
Oh,
fuck.
she is.
She's
Fuck me
trying
now.
hard to not finger herself.
Yeah, she's talking about this dream she had where she's on a beach and her skin was hot and cold.
And her
at the
hands
same
are between
time,
her thighs.
and she is rubbing her body,
And it's a
tweaking her
sexy
nipples.
description of a sexy dream. And then
Yes.
And she's like,
What did you dream
"What
about?"
Yeah, I dreamed that I peeled my face off and there was another man underneath.
you've got problems.
Yeah, I know.
I'm aware. Therapy doesn't exist. It's 1934. If I went to therapy, they'd think I'm insane.
And this is an intentional laugh, and it actually works. I
It
enjoyed
does.
it.
Yes, very much so. Good setup of just oh, that is a nice, sexy dream. How about you? I tore my face off, and underneath was Gilbert Gottfried. Oh, you got problems. You're telling me.
And then this is the part where she's ESPing all over him.
She has peed all over this room.
Yeah.
And she says something, she can't do something to him. And he goes, well, psychically, I'm very well endowed.
I bet you are.
She looks him up and down when she says it,
Yeah,
too.
she does.
She's like, I can read your mind. I know what you're packing. You need to calm down.
Lied about the grande.
Well, he did say psychically.
Psychically.
I think I have a huge dick.
I can make you think I have a huge dick.
Well, not you.
Well,
but most
other
women.
chicks. That's why I don't want to fuck you. You know how little it is.
And this is after she needed to find a new dress, and he's like, here, this is my Aunt Rose's.
She was very stylish and kept her figure.
I think she says, "Oh," and she kept her figure.
Because I mean, he's Bruce Wayne. He's got a fucking. He just buys these chicks new outfits anytime he ESPs on them.
Yep.
Then we have like a thing where he's getting the bomb set up with Ian McKellen. Khan is getting the bomb set up with Ian McKellen. They're on top of the Empire State Building, and he's wearing his full fucking emperor garb. And
not blending in 1934 America.
No.
And these three sailors walk by, one of which, and I forgot
It's
to look up
Snooty.
the actor's name, but it's Smoothie.
Smoothie from the show Happy.
From Happy. He's been in a ton of stuff, but that's what I will forever and always think of now.
I know him in Old School, very, very small. Like he's assistant to Jeremy Piven in Old School.
Yeah, I mean, he's a character actor, so he's been in a million things, but I'll just never be able to not think of him as Smoothie now.
Yeah, I've seen his dickless crotch. Hey, you're Smoothie from now on to me.
You guys should watch Happy. It's pretty fun.
Yep.
But he's walking by and he's like, "Hey, nice dress, toots." And fucking Khan literally just makes this guy climb over the railing and jump off the Empire State Building.
this
But he
is
doesn't hit the
fantastic.
sidewalk.
No, it's so good because
What does he hit, husband?
Okay, let me set the scene.
Said it.
Alec Baldwin and Penelope Ann Miller are walking down the street having a conversation.
Empire
the Empire
State
State Building is in the back. There's a little tiny man tumbling down in the air, and you just see him smash into like one of the bottom floors because the building gets bigger at the bottom and just bounce.
It is
Over the edge.
fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Tim Curry arrives at this big sphere that he has that is
I
not the
thought
beryllium
this was
sphere.
the beryllium sphere.
I don't know. It's a sphere.
I mean, but it's not.
It fills with water for question mark reasons. But he arrives there, and Alec Baldwin is inside.
It's his
as the
sensory
Shadow.
deprivation chamber, dude. He gets in there and just takes a bunch of acid and just floats in salt water in the darkness.
It's a Rogan sphere.
It's not bad.
It's pretty light in there, though.
Well, you gotta put the blinders on
You only do it at night.
Okay.
when the sun's not up.
Well, isn't
Not
that
in
night?
Not on a full moon.
So new moon.
New moon.
New moon. Got
New
it.
moon. Hello.
New moon.
Hello, new moon.
Hello.
But anyway, the Shadow confronts Tim Furry.
Tim Furry.
Woo!
And he's got, oh, by the way, because it is going to come back, he's got Margot Robbie over there checking on because there's a vacant lot. And he's like, what was there? So he has her checking on what was in the vacant lot.
Oh, okay.
It
See, I
will
missed
come
that.
back.
So then
That's
when
what
she
she was
suddenly
doing.
when she's suddenly just talking about it later, I was like, exposition dump.
Yeah,
like,
no, he sent her to the county assessors, I guess it will be.
Oh, that's what she's doing with the papers and the whatnot.
When she has the orgasm, yeah.
All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you, because I was not paying attention. It's a good thing I don't have to talk about this on a podcast or anything.
I mean,
Well, you were writing notes for Never Seen.
it's a minor
I think at that
detail.
point I was thinking about food.
It's just plot.
It is,
It's
yeah.
not that big of a deal,
If you want the plot, watch the movie.
depending on our recommendations.
We're here to make jokes. Tim Curry is basically like, I'm not being mind controlled, you asshole. I want to be the fucking king.
There's a new world order.
and
Yeah.
he turns on the water
And breaks the
pump
fucking thing off.
and then locks him into the sphere. And Alec Baldwin is going to drown.
Oh, by the way,
He's not gonna
stupid,
dry in a
stupid of
sphere
the
full of
shadow,
water.
because the shadow's laughing. He's like, you think some water's going to stop me? But it shows him where he's standing. So
Yep.
it's like, yes, I do think
Yeah, so
water's
he
going to
gets
stop
shot.
you Dumbo.
Which is one of the cooler things they do, too, because you hear the gun firing, you see the bullet holes appearing, and then you hear one shot and there's no bullet hole appearing. So
And
you're
then
like, oh.
blood just
I like that
appears.
scene.
Yeah.
There's some scenes in here I like. We'll talk about at the end.
But
Yeah.
the sphere starts filling with water. Tim Curry leaves. Alec Baldwin notices the holes that were shot in the side of the sphere. You know, air bubbles coming
That's
in.
almost the size of my dick.
So he
I
goes
can
over and starts
glory
sucking
hole
on
this.
holes.
Wait a minute. Never mind. I'll live.
He's doing the other side of the glory
Yeah,
hole.
no, he was thinking, though, when he first saw it, he's like, I'm going to go out with a bang. Like, I'm not going to die with an orgasm in my chambers.
I'm putting my dick out this hole.
I'm going out this way, the way I came in. No semen. Pretty sure dudes are born without semen.
Yeah, the girls are born with all their eggs. I don't think guys are born with a batch of brewing.
I don't think we got a batch
No,
brewing, dude.
because it doesn't. You guys make new stuff as it goes.
Hell yeah. Squirt!
This movie could have used Peter O'Toole.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, but who you can have him be besides Ian McKellen?
Yeah, that's fine.
Squirt!
This didn't use Ian McKellen well enough.
Remington
So
No, it
let's just,
didn't. It
James.
could have
let's
been
just
anybody.
put Peter O'Toole in
That's
Ian McKellen's
true.
spot.
I mean, underutilized. I mean, what is this, 94? What's he doing now? He's a lot of Broadway, right?
yeah, I'm not sure. He was probably still doing a
X-Men?
lot of stage acting.
No. X-Men's in
X-Men's
2000
not
and
yet
until
2000.
Hold on, I was. I was.
So, I mean, he hasn't been Gandalf yet. So he's doing a lot of stage acting. This is one for the paychecks. He's like, look, dude, I'll go do this movie, get, maybe $1 million for it, and then I'll go back to doing Broadway plays.
He didn't even read the script. He's just like, what are my pages? And they're like, here's your 8 pages. And he's like, got it.
Done. This is the very first GoFundMe.
So this is where his ESPing comes in and his connection with Margot. And he's just like, Margot.
Oh, yeah. They're ESP-ponging off each other.
And she's in the library and all of a sudden she fucking has the biggest orgasm of her life and knocks down a giant stack of papers.
And there's no big fat desk. Librarian to sit there and be like, shh.
Oh, I would have gotten a bone.
But then she shows up and saves him. And that's fun.
You call.
And then at the same time, Curry is delivering his beryllium sphere, which is like a floating droid of some sort.
It looks like a battle bot.
It does look like a battle bot.
He delivers it to Khan, and they have to set a timer and do something. I didn't really understand this whole thing. They're blowing up the city.
Yeah, there is in the newspaper, like, madman tries to blow up the city for
$1 billion.
$1 million or billion?
It said billions of dollars.
Billions, which billions at this time might not even
exist
in America.
No.
It did
we don't owe China that yet.
I mean,
billions,
in the 60s.
you wish.
I wish it was billions, dude. Fuck.
If Austin Powers taught me anything in the 60s, $1 million was a lot of money.
This is 30 years before that.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But so that's his plan, is to ransom the money and then still blow us up?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah.
I think so.
He's a very ill-defined bad guy.
Yep.
He wants to take over the world.
I was hoping his whole arc would be like, let me get your power. Him being Alec. Imagine I'm pointing to my crotch again.
Yes.
No, like, I thought his whole thing would be like, well, if I eat the Shadow's power like I did Genghis Khan's, I'll be truly unstoppable.
So
that's what the fucking plot
Khan
should have
is
been.
Basically Pinky.
Uh-huh.
And Tim Curry is the brain. Because he's kind of an
What we
idiot.
gonna do tonight?
All right, Khan.
North.
Now I want to see Tim Curry play a live action brain.
Oh, we're too late.
Yeah, he
Try
can't
and
do it
take
now.
over the world.
Yeah, we're gonna lose Tim Curry soon, and that's okay. He's had a good. He's given us a bunch.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, we all got to go.
He doesn't look good.
No.
If I was like that, I would hope to be gone soon.
I mean, I'm already close to not wanting to be here, and my quality of life is a little bit better than that.
I still think it's wrong that Kevorkian is a wrong way to do things.
Yeah, well, not only in this country. I think you can do it in Sweden.
You can go to Oregon, I think, or Washington. One of them.
There's no laws there anyway, dude.
You can order
I'll have
cocaine.
Would you like that with a straw?
Oh no, I'll take a Pepsi. Oh, I'm sorry, we only have a Coke. I'll take a gram and a Pepsi.
And then the hotel monolith thing. She tells the Shadow about that. It's a hotel that this guy built, and then he killed himself right before it was completed, and then it got destroyed. But nobody seems to remember when or how.
So Khan hypnotized this whole city before he got there.
Yeah.
Crazy. He's superpower.
He's that good. He shouldn't be beaten.
No. Not by a talkie sword.
Not by a talkie sword. Fucking
I don't mean like a little spicy, crunchy sword.
Mouthy ass dagger.
We get to the end here. The Shadow breaks into the hotel. He tells them to come and enter when available or something.
Yeah, no, get here immediately. Enter when as soon as possible.
This is when we see the tube room again, because the dude writes on a piece of paper, but it's blank. There's literally nothing being written because he gets some information.
He's got the magic disappearing.
But he's not using the tubes, which is funny because he's right there.
Well, it's only a receiving tubes. He receives the messages. He only receives the messages from all of his people. You can't turn it from suck
to blow? I guess Alec Baldwin didn't want this guy fucking tubes.
Exactly. So he writes all these letters, and then it's this fun little scene where he's running around in the rain. He's like, whoop, zip, zip, zap, zip, doop, doop. He pop, and letter under the door, and then we're gonna boop, boop.
I caught my last butler fucking these tubes. Now they don't suck or blow; they just fall through.
Exactly.
And Khan sends Tim Curry and his minions to go kill the Shadow. And Tim Curry's like, you guys go towards the maniacal laughter. I'll go check the room that has no sound. I'll go check the really dark room. There's no way the Shadow's in there.
No. His name is Shadow.
And
he likes sunlight.
And we flash back to the first part of the movie here, because Shadow's voice is jumping all around the room. Tim Curry loses his fucking mind and just starts firing this Tommy gun wildly, spinning
running
in circles and just shooting.
I want to do this.
I've never seen Jack so happy that now I want to get you a leaded sphere, a fucking 20-foot lead sphere, so
that's
you
how
can
Jack
just
dies, because those would just bounce off.
No,
that's okay.
It doesn't. It's lead stops the impact, and it just hits and drops.
We'll use gold.
Oh.
Just to be sure, we'll use gold.
Okay.
Solid
And you just
gold,
like
solid gold sphere.
Solid gold beryllium sphere. That's all I need. That's all I need. No, I like these shots they're doing because it's a fucking weird. You might know the name of it, but it's a top sideways angle to make you feel.
Oh, you feel the crazy.
You feel as crazy as he is pouring sweat, like me eating kung pao chicken.
Yes.
I mean, like just beads of it. And he's like, come out, you sissy boy, and fight like a man.
And you see the like bloodshot eyes and it's just.
And he's drooling on himself.
It's
and
yeah,
shit.
he
Tim
becomes
Curry
rabid.
giving more than he needs to. And we loved
here
it.
for it.
We
Yeah.
loved it. No,
Tim
we loved
Curry,
it.
for research, watched The Phantom
And
was like, I could do a Treat Williams.
Oh.
I could do Treat Williams. I could do Treat Williams too, you know. I could have been in the Phantom. I could ride a white horse. That's what I used to call Joe Pesci, my white horse. Because he had heroin. And he's white. You get it?
He's a white toy pony more, but
Pop.
He's
sickle.
a Shetland.
Oh, God.
I've got a type.
but he basically mind controls Tim Curry to jump out of a window down a floor, a flight of whatever, and dies.
Dude, he murders this dude and is just all loving this guy fucking splatting to death.
And
That
then
might have something to do with his past.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, because Khan does say, he's like, you do have a black heart. You tap into it every time you become the shadow.
you
Yeah.
know what we
Like,
didn't
you like
mention?
punishing these dudes.
The girl, Margot, got to witness it when she saved him.
Oh, yeah, she looked in his eyes and was like, oh, no.
And
Those
saw his
long
past.
fingernails are back. I don't know why she sounds like
And
Don Knotts.
I kind of mentioned it because I made a joke about a Richard Kind mask, but when he turns into the shadow, this is some horrendous, chunky
Yeah.
rubber makeup on his face.
It looks like a show where someone's trying to make a cake that looks like Alec Baldwin, and like which one's him and which one's not. We're gonna cut it open and find out.
Dick Tracy.
Oh, that was the real Baldwin.
Dick Tracy. That's
But it's so caked. Dick Tracy has good makeup,
okay.
better than this.
But
Yeah, this
that's
is-
like the feel that I thought they were going for.
Oh, definitely, because it's that 30s serial
Yeah.
kind of thing. But he goes in and confronts Khan, and there's like this floor that tilts like one of those little marble games.
I want this. It's the labyrinth floor, and I fucking want it.
I bet you I could walk that thing so fucking perfectly some nights.
I bet
I don't understand why you guys keep falling down.
I guarantee
walking
you Truck
toward
could.
You're walking toward it, stumbling and falling, and you hit that, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm better.
Oh, this is nice. I've never had a floor so sturdy. Khan, you'll dog you.
And Khan attacks him with Purba, the knife, and then he gains control.
This is where I'm
over
so
it.
fucking pissed, dude.
Yeah.
This is I was hoping after this we get a boss fight. No. This is what, 15 minutes of him dancing around with this knife, kind of getting stabbed, kind of not.
Pretending to get his throat slit, and then he taps in. So what happens is he actually taps into his black heart, and that's when Purba listens to him, and Khan is like, wait, what the fuck is happening? And then runs away. And it's all a mental fucking,
Sure.
I'm mentally stronger than you. And I think
He is
what
ping pong.
happened, he goes into Khan's fucking head and just fucks with him there.
Sure.
That's where this like room of broken windows
Yeah,
is.
we get some ESP play.
Yeah. He ESP'd all over his face.
They go into
Right
like,
into
yeah,
his
it's
frontal
like
lobe.
It's a crazy hall of mirrors.
It's the mirror realm from fucking Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Sean.
Hey, that's the Sanctum Sanctorum.
And then Alec Baldwin like has a seizure, and all the mirrors explode.
Oh,
and
I think it's a fucking ESP-gasm, dude. He is just like, it is the best shaking I've ever seen. Oh, mommy. Oh, mama. Oh, don't touch it. I gotta take a nap. I'm surprised he did Nicolas Cage fucking cum fart.
Oh.
Like dream scenario.
Dream scenario.
Oh, that happens. Happens to a lot of guys.
And yeah, the glass explodes, but doesn't cut Khan up because we don't have that in the budget.
Uh-uh.
But then Alec Baldwin takes a big shard of glass and just throws it right into his fucking head. And we cut to
Him in a straitjacket.
mental asylum.
Yeah.
And
Close up of his face.
I love because you can see that there's something going on with his head, but they don't show it right away. And the doctor comes in to give him food or whatever.
Come here.
Yeah, and he's like, look into my eyes. And it's really long.
And the
Okey-dokey.
doctor's playing.
And he's like, sounds good.
Well, the doctor's just like, what a nice mental patient you are. I would love to look in your eyes. Huh, look at that. They're not red anymore.
I just love because he's like, you will release me. And he's like, no, I don't think it will.
You're going to die.
That's good,
here.
though. Sorry about your head, though.
This is 1934.
What do you mean? What did you do to my head?
This is 1934. You're Asian. You're not getting out of this mental institution.
No.
But yeah, huge scar right in the front.
And the doctor even says something along the lines of, "Oh, we had to do some surgery and we had to take a part of your brain out. It's fine. It was only the frontal lobe. It was only, no one ever uses it and walks out the door right before it closes unless you believe in telepathy." And then I don't know if you guys saw the big zoom on his hand with the red ring.
Oh, was there a ring there on his hand?
There was a ring.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Wait, are you kidding? Because
No.
he even fucking puts his hand up to his face and is like rubbing it while he's walking. Like, please look at my ring. Please look at my ring. Please look at my ring.
I think I was writing down that they removed part of his frontal lobe.
Oh, that makes
I
sense.
think someone should remove your part of your frontal lobe.
That's fine.
And then
I mean,
he's
you
like,
believe in telepathy?
I mean, that's what this beer is for.
You'll never ESP yourself again.
and then Shiwan Khan is like, "I am Shiwan Khan, last descendant of Genghis Khan." And someone's like,
Babe Ruth.
"I'm Penelope." Or no. What is
I'm
it?
Josephine. That's a dude. I'm Josephine.
Josephine.
I'm Henry VIII.
I am Napoleon.
Henry the
I'm Spartacus.
No, I am Spartacus.
No, I'm Spartacus. Who's Spartacus?
Oh, it was fun.
And that's the end of the movie.
Right? There was no close.
Nope, that's it. Roll
No,
credits.
and I even made a joke. I'm like, fast forward to the stinger. We're not doing stingers in 9-4.
Not on this movie.
No.
They're like, we had $25 million. We barely made it.
So it did kind of have like their connection was there. He's the love story between Margot and them. Barely.
Well, he couldn't fuck because then he would lose his mind powers, like that movie we watched last night.
Oh yeah.
Touch.
Heavenly.
Touch.
What was his name?
Juvenile.
Huh.
It's a movie called
Skeet
Touch
Ulrich.
by a director named Paul Schrader. And it was actually really entertaining. I'd never heard of it. It's Skeet Ulrich, Tom Arnold, Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
You lost me at the first two and then rounded it off.
Tom
with a good
Arnold
one.
is fucking great in that movie.
All right.
That's probably his. It goes
Oh,
for me
Gina?
now. It goes Touch and then True Lies.
All right. And where's McHale's Navy?
I have to watch it again.
Gina Gershon.
Gina Gershon's in there. But that's it for this movie. So recommendations, wife?
Honestly, I give this a recommend. I had fun watching this. It might just be Jack's caveats, drinking and friends, but a little bit of what is that
there
thing?
goes my caveats.
What is that thing? Nostalgia. I didn't hate this as much as last week.
Don't be ashamed of what you're saying.
Yeah. Own that shit.
I am.
I will also recommend it. I have qualms. I wish there was better fight scenes.
Yes.
To Derek's point, I wish we saw the Shadow doing more instead of just this little cartoon drawing of him coming out of nothing and punching somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not actually, because I like the style of the Shadow. I like the
Yes.
style of this world. So there is something here, but it's a bad movie. Caveats, drink with your friends and watch it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think it's a fun watch with friends and booze and whatever other time stimulating substances you.
If you need to
choose to
ESP
use.
on each other, that's fine.
No, it's
That's like the Emperor laughing hysterically at something. That's like the Emperor the first time he saw Community or something.
First time you heard Jar Jar, squeeze me.
Squeeze me. But yeah, I'll recommend it.
Yeah.
It is a bad movie. It's worse.
don't-
It's worse than The Phantom, in my opinion. I would watch The Phantom before I watch this, but I'd watch The Phantom by myself for fun. I would watch this in a group with people. I would also watch The Phantom in a group with people.
Yeah, I don't see a flaw in your logic.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was stupid as fuck.
Yep.
yeah.
So are we.
We're okay with stupid sometimes.
Next week will be our Durka Classic Movies presentation for the month. Find a classic superhero movie. Classic meaning old, not good.
At least we know it's not Superwoman or Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Yeah,
yeah,
it could
fuck
be
you.
Superwoman. Super good.
No, we're going to watch Captain America, 1979.
That's America's ass.
Is it?
It will be.
I'm pretty sure in that one he's an artist who gets almost killed in an accident, and then they inject him with a serum, and it has nothing to do with the actual
Why would you
storyline.
change the fucking? We'll save it.
1979. I
We'll
don't
save
know.
it.
Alrighty then.
I saw it once, and that's what I remember. And also, he wears a motorcycle helmet.
Because he has a motorcycle.
Well, probably.
Vroom vroom, bitch.
But instead of like his little helmet with wings, he's got a motorcycle helmet that's painted like an American flag.
Oh boy.
He's like
Easy Rider.
Yeah, he's like Dennis. Was it Dennis Hopper or Peter
No.
Fonda? Peter Fonda.
Peter Fonda.
Yeah. Oh, they aren't wearing helmets though.
No. But his bike is Captain America.
Yes. But anyway, that'll be next week's movie. Don't forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/worstpeople. The episode for this month will be Batman Returns. Woo! From 1992. That'll be our Patreon episode, though. We haven't recorded it yet, as you guys can clearly tell.
Yeah. Peek behind the curtains at the sausage.
I have watched it recently, though, and it's great.
It is 92.
Ow.
I'm so smart. If you want more from us, besides checking out our Patreon, go to badmoviesworstpeople.com. Send us an email at badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com. I want to thank Evasion for our opening and closing music. That'll be it for this week. I have been Derek.
I'm still wife person.
And I'm Con!
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime is bad? That's not how it goes. The shadow knows. See how to pronounce this dude's name.
Baldwin.
See if the internet tells me. Baldwin.
Baldwin? What the fuck is Baldwin? Jesus. This time, this podcast can only hide from its shadow. Podcast don't leave shadows. Just droppings. Fresh.